Hello and welcome back to the channel if you've been with us before, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time with us. This is Leanne and Alan Presents, and I'm your host for this particular video. I'm Alan, and as you've seen, A, from the title card around about 15-20 seconds ago by this point, and B, that really big box that was just on the table, we are unboxing Nemesis Retaliation today for you. So, as we were setting up for this, we had the box on the table, and I thought, right, we usually do this in the sense of having the box there, I'm poking my head over the top, and we thought, right, let's see how that runs. And as we put the box on the table, it kind of dawned on us that it's extremely heavy, and it's a bit too large, a bit too cumbersome to do it the normal way that we would. Ignore the bit of paper I'm dangling around. So we decided instead that we're going to show the box, which we already have, and then we're going to cut to me here, and then we're going to start proceedings as usual. So I'm going to start off with the stats from the game found first. So this is Nemesis Retaliation by Awaken Realms, and this was funded through GameFound, not Kickstarter, it was GameFound. And it ran between 23rd of November 2023 and the 14th of December 2023, so about 3 weeks, give or take. This game was actually funded to its goal, which I haven't written down, and I don't know why I haven't written that down, in 1 minute and 46 seconds, which shows the popularity of this game. This was due in April 2025. We're now we're September 2025, so it is a little bit late, but I know they did have a few hiccups, especially with the tariffs surrounding America and the president that's sort of doing his wacky things over there. We are based in the UK, so I know a lot of people in America probably have got their parcels by now. For anyone who in Europe and UK who haven't got them, we hope this is a nice little incentive for you to get even more hype for the arrival of your game when you get it. So, in the original campaign, this game funded $12,183,710.99 with a total of 41,408 backers. Anyone familiar with GameFound knows that the pledge managers run through the same system, and there's also potential late pledges and whatnot. So the entire total that this game raised after all that, and after the pledge manager closed and after the late pledges closed, was $21,396,581 with a total of 53,579 backers. So that's 12,000 backers after the fact jumping on this game after the main campaign ran on GameFound. That's a hell of a lot of money, that's a hell of a lot of people. So, as already alluded, this box is really big and cumbersome. My wonderful assistant Leanne is off camera, and she will be helping me with the slicing of the opening of this box and then handing me the stuff. So if you've not seen one of our unboxing before, what we're going to do is pull the main stuff out of the big box first, show each of them in turn, then we're going to reset. We don't generally do cuts, we like to do everything in situation, everything in real time. Unfortunately, it's not practical with this kind of thing, so we're going to cut and get the boxes in a good way to unbox everything inside the individual boxes, and then we'll jump back. It'll be nothing to you guys, it'll literally split seconds. But let's get into it first. So Leanne's going to slice open this big box off camera, and she's going to start handing me some things from the box. Awaken Realms usually package these things really well, so I'm anticipating a lot of foamy kind of packing. Yeah, we can already see some on the top there. Some nice, really thick, kind of condensed polystyrene. It's not like polystyrene, it's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's not quite polystyrene-y, you know? Okay, so we've got Nemesis Retaliation, an envelope. If this is anything like our last one, this will be like Stalker. We have a letter. So, dear backer, welcome aboard Marine. With your support, Nemesis Retaliation has launched into the stars of one of the most successful board game crowdfunding campaigns of all time, and we couldn't have done it without you. Whether you're returning from the chilling corridors of the original Nemesis ship, or stepping into the chaos of this new mission for the first time, we're beyond excited to have you on the team. So I'll get a shot sort of top down on the camera there. I'm not going to read the entire thing, because it will literally just be me reading a letter otherwise. And then obviously we've got any broken miniatures, damage, internal damage, missing components, etc. All the information is on the back there, because Awaken Realms really do value their customer service. Anyone who saw our previous unboxing of Stalker by Awaken Realms will know that we had a component missing from one of the miniatures, and they had it out to me in record time. It was really quick. Okay, one of the most important things with board games for us is sleeves. So we did go for the all-in sleeves as well. So we've got a bunch of packs here. Oh, there's more being flung my way. No, that's not sleeves. That's not sleeves. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of each by the looks of it. So 4 standard size sleeves with packs of hundreds. and 4 packs of 50 of the smaller ones, just for like the inventory and whatnot, and to hold the box, because it's particularly uneven with this weight distribution. You got it? Unboxing these things is literally a 2-person job, isn't it? I'm gonna put this down here a sec. Trying to forget it, but oh my god, that's a thick box. That's thicker than the other ones. Okay, so that's core box. This is the core box. There is going to be probably some light shining off of this until we unwrap it. This is the core box. Pretty thick. As I say, we're just going to kind of unbox the big box first, show you all the little, all of the main components, and then we'll dig into the individual boxes later on. Oh, okay, number 5 of the normal sleeves. Then we've got, what's this one? The Sangravores expansion. Oh wow, just looking at the back of this box with that model, it looks crazy as a quick sneak peek. So it's the Sangravores. More sleeves. I swear she's doing this to me on purpose now. I swear. She's laughing, she's snickering. I don't know if you can hear that, but she's doing this on purpose. Stretch goals. Again, it's a very quick sneak peek if it's not too shiny of one of the big models in there. So this is going to be all the extra bits that were unlocked over the course of the original campaign. Then we've got a big some sleeves and a big phallus object, which is going to be the playmat. This is a fairly chunky looking playmat. Back down for that a second. Then we've got the Zirians expansion. I'm assuming that's how you say it. It's just quite a small box. It's going to have 3 mob minis, cards, tokens, etc. So that's a smaller one there. Then we've got the support squad expansion. So 2 completely new and exciting characters. Again, we'll go into this fully, so stick around with us. Everything will be labeled up on the screen as we're going through this fully. We've got the terrain pack. This is always one of my favorite bits in any of these games, when they put extra terrain and whatnot. Adds to that immersion a little bit. And then we've got constructs pack. Oh yes, this is going to be a good quality of life across all 3 games. It's not just Nemesis Retaliation. So if I grab a different box, on here you can see it literally says Nemesis Retaliation on the bottom. This one literally just says Nemesis. So this is for stuff that can be used across all 3 games. So it's Nemesis, Nemesis Lockdown, and Retaliation. Oh, I'm running out of space down here. There. Feels like Christmas, doesn't it? Nemesis Retaliation, the new Kings and Queens variant set. So this will be 3 Kings and Queens variations on what's already in the core and stretch goal boxes. And then we've got Retaliation Alternative Queen. So it's an alternative queen for the core box. So I guess that the previous box then will be for the expansions, Queens and Kings, and this is from the alternative from the actual core box itself. This stuff just keeps on coming. Acrylic tokens core box. Okay. So all the tokens you get as card punch-outs, they're all going to be replaced by these nice acrylic tokens, a little bit more hard-wearing. So that will reduce wear and tear on those tokens itself. Acrylic tokens for the stretch goals box, so the same as the last one, but for the stretch goals. And this one's for the Sangravores and Zirians boxes. This box never ends. Space cats. Oh my god, that's so cute. Leanne's a massive fan of cats. I may tag in with her to get her to show you the cats. We'll see. And then we've got, oh, nice art book. I do like that Awaken Realms do tend to include art books for their stuff, because I really like seeing some of the artwork, especially when they're going through the campaigns. It gives me a lot of hype and anticipation for it. What's that? And then we've got Untold Stories, number 4. So this is basically like the story mode of the game, per se. We have been playing this on Nemesis, the first board game. Unfortunately, it's one of those really tricky ones to be able to record because of the way the story narrative works. We have to scan or take photographs of the entire book and then kind of splice them in. It becomes a little bit more problematic in that sense. It obviously has cards and tokens with that included. And I can't remember what this was, but I know it was extra cards for some bits. We may need to get Leanne possibly look that up somehow. Blood tests, some sort of wounds, achievement cards. That's more wounds. That's her knowledge and thieves. So yeah, that's the entire sort of bulk of it. Yeah, and just. Okay, cool. So I just banged the mic. Apologies for that loud thump. So yeah, For you, this will be literally a split second, maybe a couple of seconds at most, with our transition into the next phase of this. What we're going to do now is put this into an order where I can easily unbox it and show you everything in the individual boxes in a fashion that makes a lot more sense to us in the sense of that. So stick around with us. We'll be back in literally a few seconds. All right, so that was a couple of seconds for you. That was a good few minutes for us trying to figure out A, what order, and B, where to put stuff, because there's so much stuff here. So we're going to start, obviously, with the core box itself. So I literally just spotted on the back, it literally says, this is a standalone game. You do not need the original Nemesis game in order to play Retaliation. If you are new to Nemesis and you want to see what's in the first two, I shouldn't be waving a knife around like this either. Don't do that, that's bad. If you want to see what's in the previous Nemesis and Nemesis Lockdown all-in campaigns that were backed on Kickstarter, we do have an unboxing for that. We'll fling a link somewhere in the corner for you to go and check that out if you wish to. I can't remember if we've done a playthrough. I think we have. It would be quite early on when the channel was still in its infancy and there's no interface. We are looking, and I'm trying to design an interface of sorts for this to be able to get this to the table and record it more. So just please bear with us with our gameplays. We are going to do a lot more gameplay stuff, but it's time. It's not just time playing it and setting it up. It's also the editing itself of the recordings, because we want to make sure it's the best quality product for our viewers, for you guys watching, and we appreciate everyone who does watch our stuff. So let's get into this then. So Nemesis Retaliation is the third epic installment of the acclaimed Nemesis series, bringing to the table what we've been waiting for. It's Retaliation time. Gather 1 to 5 players to take on the roles of seasoned space marines and immerse yourself in the franchise's signature cinematic sci-fi horror experience, now enhanced with a host of fresh mechanics. You'll need them to survive the alien horde or your friend's backstabbing. Our target is an unmapped facility, its walls built to resist external scans. We're on our own here, and it seems we're the intruders now. There are signs of firefights at every turn, but no bodies in sight. The first bleep appears on the edge of the motion scanner, then another one, and more. I toggle my assault rifle to full auto, waiting for hell to break loose. We have prepared well, but so have they. Will your retaliation be enough against the ultimate horror? So, from what I gather, this is a bit more Aliens than Alien. So where Alien has that very claustrophobic, tense vibe, this is a bit more Colonial Marines going in to Hadley's Hope to try and figure out what's going on, and to just destroy all the aliens there if possible. Unless Wayland and Yutani get their way, obviously. So I'm going to pop the lid off of this and show the different sides of the box, because there's always artwork. Oh dear God, that's why there's left. Oh wow, okay. Because there's always different artwork on each of the 4 sides of the boxes. And it always intersperses in this way. And it's like, okay, cool. And then we've obviously got more artwork. I'm going to put this down here. And then we've got artwork on the lower side of the box as well. So I'll just do a spin on this. Oh, that's nice. Ones that I couldn't see from where I was. Well, technically 2, but you know what I mean. Cool. So there's the 4 sides of the boxes. Rags is tip-tapping around, so there might be a cat intervention in a second. Hopefully the top down is in focus. So there's the rule book. We're not going to go through the entire book. There is a QR code for video tutorials, which is quite cool. Again, really nice dark coloring, really bright white text, some superb artwork on them. The last 2 games, Nemesis and Lockdown, did have a book that went to the full edge of the box. It's nice to see a bit more of a standard A4 or letter-sized kind of book on that one. We've got the rooms help, which is different from the last one, because it was just a list last time. This one actually has the artwork of the rooms, which is nice. So that's cool, it's a bit different. We've got objectives help sheet as well. So that can be a bit confusing, I think, sometimes with a lot of the stuff, and it kind of leaves it open to a bit of interpretation. Looks like this is kind of give a bit of a stable point. It does mean you haven't got to look back all through the rulebook to try and find out what this particular objective really means and whatnot. Then we've got, what's that? Queen is alive. Resolving a co-resolving a room bag development. I have no idea what this is, but it looks terrifying. The Queen is dead. So is the status of the Queen? This looks like this adjusts the gameplay somehow, or this is something I was not aware of, or I've forgotten about, because obviously it is nearly 2 years since we backed this. There's a lot of tiles. We're not going to go through all the tiles. Oh, that's all black. All the tiles here. obviously we'd say we're going to try and do some sort of gameplay. We'll probably fling some images up when we do our first gameplay if we don't record it. We tend to play a couple without recording to get used to the rules and then try and get through it that way, but we'll see how it goes. Let's put that a sec. I'm going to start lifting some of these trays out. I don't know how many trays we've got, so I'm going to leave the minis to last. So we've got the player boards, that fresh smell. So you place your character tile here, and you've got all the little sort of plug-in little bits with the health cubes go on the trackers there and whatnot. So you should have 5, I think, of these. Yep, 5 of those in total. Let's remember which way this box all comes out now as well, which is going to be fun. Oh, tokens. So we've got contamination card, contamination scanner rather, for the contamination cards. Hopefully that's not glaring too much off the light. So when you get a contamination card, you put the card into the scanner, it tells you if you're contaminated or not. So you've got the usual, if you've seen Nemesis before, you'll know the trackers. You've got the little orb for the countdown tracker, you've got the malfunctioning tokens. Leave those to the last. You've got the fire tokens, so they go in each of the rooms if there's on fire. The standard sort of dial, push pin plug things, don't really know what to call them. Ammunition and generally health trackers. And then we've got the noise markers, which you put on when you're moving around. It's a nice symbol, that. Oh, that's different. Okay, and then we've got the standees, because obviously the one we've gone for is the one with the minis. This game does come with optional standees as well, so there's the standee holder things there. What is that? That's a card holder. Oh, wow. Is it a card holder? It might be a card holder. It looks like a card holder. It's got very, I don't know if you can make that out, this kind of indented. Let me put my thing there to show you the detail on the card holder. It's got number 1 on it, so that'll be player 1, player 2. Yeah, there's 5 of these. Oh, God. Stabbed myself for that. Yeah, 5 of those. So these are effectively the card holders. If you've seen the previous unboxings, which obviously I alluded to earlier, you'll know that these were very different. They were a lot more simplistic in the previous versions of this game, so it's nice to see they've updated them a little bit, which is kind of cool. Then we've got cards. We're not going to go through all the cards. As I say, this will be when we're playing through, you'll be able to see the cards. So just in the top of this pack, you've got Queen Health, Prime Blood, and you've got a fire extinguisher on that side. Then we've got military taser and a robot. Oh, that's interesting. The one thing I am noting, there's plenty of space for our cards in here, which means they've accounted for sleeves. A lot of games don't do that, a lot of companies don't do that, and it really winds us up because we like to sleeve our games to keep them nice and pristine. We spend enough on them. You want to keep them nice condition. Storage can be an issue with a lot of companies. Awaken Realms have really got on board with sleeves, and it's fantastic, and I really love it. So again, normal size cards, so Exploration, Prime Blood, and then we've got Official Order, so some mission objective. Again, some really beautiful artwork on that. Really nice contrast in between the blue and the purple and the dark red with the blood on the bottom of the screen there. And that's a massive chunk. Sprint, so this will be some of the action cards, and it does have action on the back. And then we've got solo co-op mission task on one side, and then reshuffle the event deck. So I'm guessing that's event cards on that side. But they say we're not going to go through the cards. We will literally be here forever, otherwise going through all of that. We do have the development bag, which should have, oh, it's just Nemesis. I thought it would have Nemesis Retaliation on it. It doesn't, it just has Nemesis, but still nice. It's got a good, nice, thick kind of material to it. The opening is a lot nicer to get into as well. If I remember rightly, the last bag was quite tight to get your hand into to get the tokens out. So it's nice to see that they've taken a lot of stuff on board that people have been suggesting. And then we've got some dice. Okay, so I remember oh god, I remember that dice. That's for the noise marker. So remember this one here. That's obviously for hits. I think that was different. I'm sure that was a 6-sided dice in Lockdown and normal Nemesis. It's been a little while. I'm pretty sure that was a standard dice, but it's got a bullet marker there. Got the standard numbers up to 5 by the looks of it, and then I'm guessing a crit hit or a headshot, kind of skull marker on that one. And then we've got a 6-sided purple dice with 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a circular kind of encompassing on that. So those are the dice that we're going to be playing in this one. Let's put those back in there and get everything that I can back into the box a moment. and then we can knit straight into the models, the minis, because that's why everyone's really here, let's be honest. Left without a second. Oh, is there more tokens and stuff? Or is rings? So yeah, base, are they plastic? No, they're rubber. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, they'll be a bit more flexible. The plastic ones tend to scratch up the minis if you paint them, which is a bit of a pain. Oh, I don't remember what was what is the problem now. So I'm going to probably need that rule book, which is here. Where's the... is there a... Yes, there is. Okay, bear with me, because this might be a little bit difficult to read. So we've got plenty of minis. Ooh, I don't like that they aren't dedicatedly in their own... Ooh, okay, that's a bit of a downside so far, the only downside I can see at the moment. They've kind of bunched the minis into a box, they put them into this channel in the tray. Each of the mini here, as you can see, has their own compartment. That grates on me a little bit, especially for painting them. Okay, that's a problem I'm going to have to come across and fix at some point, unless there was something in here, wasn't there? Okay, that's probably for minis. I'm going to have to look through the book, or maybe Board Game Geek forums will be able to assist with the packing in this game. I'll have to do a little bit of research, do a little bit of fiddling, see what I can figure out. Okay, so bear with me while I find out what's what here. So these look like they're all the same sculpt. So these look like larvae. Larvae? Very, very small, really tiny kind of model. What I might do is grab out one of the models, one of the player characters. It doesn't tell me which one's which, that's helpful. So this chap, it's a standard scale. So you can kind of see the size of the larvae compared to this chap on the turntable there. Quite a small mini on that one. I'm going to leave him there for size comparison against the other ones. So that is drone. Is that a drone? Yeah, this looks like a drone. So still a bit smaller than the character model per se, but not as much. If it sort of stood upright, it would probably be about the same height. So we've got a bunch of those. I think there's probably 8 of those in that bag. And then another pose, a different pose here. Moving more towards the center. Center. There's a second drone in a different pose. So from that one, I've done that one. So I'm just trying to. There's so many little bags. I'm trying to keep track of what I have and how I put on anything. I'm going to take this guy off a minute, just so you can get a proper look at the drones. That's number 3. I quite like the dynamic sort of pose on that one. It's gearing up to lunge, or it could be in a bit of a running pose. It's kind of, yeah, maybe more towards looking at lunging at its prey, I think. This next one is lunging. Very spindly. Base has got a weird shape to it as well. The other one did too. It's hard to see the base on that one. This one's, you can kind of notice it's more oval shape, and it's just, as I say, it's quite dynamic, it's quite lungy. It's a lot smaller than some of the other intruders from Nemesis. The first Nemesis and Lockdown, obviously, being a different variant. And we've got, bear with me a second. Is that another? Yeah, it's another drone. A bit more compacted, hunched over a little bit. Have I got more than 4 poses? I'm losing track of what I've got here, I'm not gonna lie. So much, this is wild. The camera's doing a good enough job of picking this up. We've had some teething problems with some of the unboxings recently. I've had to do some reshoots. I'm hoping that's not the case with this one, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay. One of these was in there. Was it the lava one? That one. So So it looks like that entire sort of channel of models there are drones. Oh no, some of them are adults. Okay, some of these are actually adults. I'm gonna. What I'll do, I'll make sure I've got the right model name on the video as we're going through it and editing it. A bit confusing the way they've laid this out, not gonna lie. Okay, so we start with this adult. It's a little bit bigger, a bit chunkier. Ooh, that's wedged in there tight. You see the life cycle, which I really like about the Nemesis games, is the models generally show the life cycle of the intruder or the xenomorph or whatever you sort of want to call them. Obviously, intruder is the official sort of title for them. I do like to see that, especially from the larva to the drone to the adult to the breeder, then the queen, etc. Across the previous two games, I think it's a really nice way to do something in the game to show the different evolution state of it. This guy's got a lot of gangly bits on him. He's kind of holding a cable of some sort or something as well. And we've got this chap. So again, this is another adult. So we should have 8 drones in 4 poses and 36 adults in 6 poses. So I'm hoping I've got them all, but I'm going to have to probably cross-reference everything, which will make this editing job a little bit harder, but it's fine. Okay, the queen board saying the queen is dead, the queen's not dead. I've just looked it up into the thing, into the rule book, that's rags flying through the dining room, is the intruder help sheet. Rags is on a bit of a funny half hour, looks like. And this is the final adult. That way, he just sits there. There we go. He's popped in now. I guess sometimes the hard part is getting these back into the box. So that's the last of our adults. Just that. So we're going to move on to the characters next. I'm going to, if I can get that thing, I'll put this guy on for a proper 360 rotation there, just to show you this character's model first and foremost. Again, I can't remember what each of the classes are right now, so I'll make sure to have that information on the video when it goes up itself. So everything will have a title next to it at this particular moment in time. This is the second of the player characters. Prep these ready to make it nice and quick, nice and easy. Sometimes these things, because there's so much, they can go a bit long. There's this guy with a massive gun on his shoulder. Some sort of energy weapon, possibly. This one. I do wish they did say what was what in here. That would have been really helpful. But I guess if you do that, you're going to add a lot more pages onto the manual, book, whatever you sort of call it. Big chunky bite. There's kind of an exoskeleton almost. Yeah, no, I think it is an exoskeleton by the looks of it. I think these are the same scale as the last Nemesis game, but the aliens are smaller. Obviously in the sort of current economic climate that we're in, they've had to kind of make things a bit more cost effective. So they've kind of lowered the size of the aliens a little bit to kind of make it more cost effective, to not have to charge the customer, i.e. us, an absolute bucket load. This is some sort of rover or drone of some sort. Well, no, it's not drone. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. What's the rule book say? Is it on here? It's not. Okay, that's curious. Not in the book. Okay. This is more the drone. Why did I put that down without it? What? Ooh. Page of stuff here. Yes, there is, but it's not on there. That's fine. As I said, I'll find out what all these are and I'll put the proper titles and whatnot. And then last and not least, is the Queen. So that's the biggest one in this box. So I'll have a full rotation, then I'll put the same model I was using for size comparison with the other guys, or girls I guess, depending on what you want to call them, just to show you the size comparison. This is by far the biggest model in this box. You can see it's quite intimidating, it's quite imposing, it stands quite a lot taller over the standard Marine. It's twice the size at least, maybe 2.5 times bigger. That's quite a nice little size chunk there in comparison. So I'm gonna box this back up and then we'll crack into the next box. There'll be a little bit of fast forwarding here, so bear with us a moment. Okay, next up we've got the Sangravores expansion. So 45 models in this one, 100 cards, 30 tokens. Unleash the chilling terror of the Sangravores expansion for Nemesis Retaliation, introducing a fearsome race of mind-controlling intruders. Oh, hello. These cunning adversaries employ psychic abilities to manipulate, turning allies into foes in the shadowy corridors of your spaceship. With intricate new mechanics, brace yourself for a battle where every move could be your last. The plastic on this is very thick. Am I nice not getting through it? So bear with me a sec, folks. There it goes. I think just pop the seal to allow me to get the grip on it, but hey, if it works, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, come on. There it goes. It's got some weird groove on the box there. I'm not sure what that is. It doesn't look like scratch. It looks like it's impacted down. Or maybe a printing issue. I don't know. The box looks, it's in good condition. The artwork, as always, is phenomenal. As I've alluded to already. The artwork on the smaller boxes, they do have different bits on each side, but they're a lot darker, so it's harder to see. Okay, so this one you can see some of the tokens. So specters, ghouls, and king. Or kings, technically. There's only one king, obviously, and then you've got the different numbers on the back with the model being shown on there as well. A lot of people that I've seen online don't like this type of token. They prefer the more symbol-based, like Nemesis and Lockdown did. They're upset and annoyed that they've gone down this track to show the models on there instead. I'm undecided at the moment. I think a quick reference icon can be difficult to kind of remember what everything is, and you have to keep referring back to a guide. If you're seeing this, you're looking at the ghoul and going, oh yes, I know what that one is. So I'm a bit undecided about that myself. So this is the intruder reference guide. So the king's alive and the king is dead, so you flip it depending on which is true. And we've got another rulebook. No front cover, but it is quite a very short. It's literally just an A3 sheet folded. Ish. Is it A3? Yes, it is A3, yeah. And then we get to the internals of it as a whole. So again, we've got some cards, we've got some smaller cards. So we've got some sort of discard, repel the king thing there. We've got King's Health, Sangravore, so that's an extra mechanic by the looks of it. Then we've got 2 normal sized card decks. Tainted Blood on that one with Shadow Attack, so that looks like that might be the event deck included in this one possibly. And then Blood Hunger and the exploration cards there. And again, plenty of space for cards for when you're sleeving, which is superb. Keep that up. Silica gel. Okay, right, let me see how many different. I get the feeling that each bag has its own individual model, and I'm not going to be able to figure out which one's which. So again, I'm not gonna call out each one of these. I'm just going to put them on, let them do their work, show you what they are, and then I'll label them up as I'm editing. So obviously there's a lot of boxes still to go, and I'm conscious that we don't want to go through a whole 2-hour unboxing video right now, so I will make this as quick and as painless as possible for all of you. You're all probably just sat there going, you just want to see the model, shut your mouth. Leanne's laughing off camera too, because she knows it's accurate. She's always telling me to shut up. The only downside of having to rapid fire like this, I can't get a good look at the actual models, so I will be having a proper good inspection of these once this unboxing is done for myself. These are quite gangly, almost, this one's kind of arachnidy looking almost. Or, oh, I know what it reminds me of, it's Dead Space. That's what that one reminds me of, the necromorphs. I think this is a different type. So if they were ghouls, this should be a spectre, I think. Again, don't quote me until I've got the actual thing on the video here. They may all be ghouls. It does. Sorry, I've got the rulebook there. It does say something about, was it 4 poses? Yeah, blood scepters in 4 poses, 36 ghouls in 6 poses. Okay, so these could all be ghouls. I can't remember the combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all these are going to be ghouls then. I think that's that one. That's that one. Again, we've got this channel with just the sort of bags dumped there, which I'm not a fan of. Leanne has been looking up at some of the forums and whatnot in the interim while I'm unboxing this. A lot of people are saying the same thing. It just feels like it's a bit not good. Then let's go for, so these will be the blood scepters in 4 different poses. So looking at these, they do look to be more female inclined, very sort of dainty and delicate, quite long limbs. I don't mean to offend anyone by that, but it's just the way they look to me. It looks like it's popped out, so that needs a bit of glue on that. Yeah, glue that a little bit down. There's number 2. This is not damaged, that's the main thing. But the one that's not popping out. Look at it. Kind of remind me of, I guess, kind of like harpies from God of War, potentially. That kind of, with the wings and the gangliness of it, especially with the claws. And number 4. Oof, he's chunky. He feels quite weighty as well. Wow. That's a big scalp. We'll see what I talk about in a second. So this then is the king of the Sangravors. You see there's some skeletons on his base, or corpses, I guess. You can see the bones. They look quite big. Especially that one on the right hand side there. Nice, that's a really nice model, I like that. Cool. Okay, so same as last time, I'm gonna pack this back up and fast forward to the next box, so stick around. Okay, next box is a lot smaller. It's the Zyrians expansion. Enter the world of the Zyrians in this expansion for Nemesis Retaliation, where a relentless hunter race joins the fray as a third-party faction. Be wary though, depending on the game, Zyrians may offer assistance or turn into lethal predators. So this expansion may be played with Nemesis Retaliation base game, Neo Flesh Cult, or even the Sangravors expansion. Oh wow. So you can kind of throw this into a lot of different bits, which is kind of cool. Look at this tiny little, but it's tiny. Look at it. Yep, fair enough. Cool. There's some tokens, so Zyrian item, available allegiance. I'm not sure what those other tokens are, but they are tokens of a sort. Then we've got more cards, so again, so standard and mini cards. And oh, hello. What are these called? Oops, I think I just moved the table with my foot. That's not a good thing. I think they're just going to be called Zyrians, I guess. Okay, so we'll start with this one. So looking at the next one we're putting down, it looks quite, the face is solid. It's almost like it's got a mask of some sort on, like a shield. This one looks like the one we just had is the same. Yeah. That's I guess is a good thing or a bad thing technically of having Kickstarter happen, and then you're forgetting what's in it because you can't remember a damn thing. And then that's the second of the three, and then the last one, in my mind, is the most impressive. It has got this translucent pinkish kind of color. I'm not sure what that's going to be. I'm going to have to look more in depth to everything in this, obviously. But that's really cool. I do like the translucent plastic, and it's not just like a standard piece. It's molded, it's sculpted, which is really cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so same again. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna fast forward into the next one. Okay, now under the stretch goals box. Expand your Nemesis Retaliation experience with 3 new expansions. Try to survive the Neo-Flesh cult waste of sentient machines, which specialize in hunting humans and using them for their own benefit. Live through a highly variable story of the Insider. Try out the original characters known from previous Nemesis games and Nemesis Retaliation using the compatibility packs. So this is something that was sought after. A lot of people wanted to be able to use their previous games with this one. Nothing particularly special on the sides of that. This again, there is, but it's really quite dark. Kind of hard to see. There is definitely artwork on the sides. So that looks like that's a new, bioenhancement expert. So that's a new character in this one. Some tokens included. Obviously the standee, which will have the actual model follow. So we got the components, contractor's rules sheet. So this looks like, this is how, yes, I can recognize some of the artwork there for the previous games. So this is how you play with the previous game's characters. The Insider expansion rulebook. So I like that they've expanded this out into different books instead of just going, here's everything in this box in one book, which can get really confusing. Neo-Flesh cult expansion, which I was really looking forward to. Some of the creatures you were voting on and the artwork in this when the campaign was running, absolutely incredible design. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I'm going to keep this book out for the names of the creatures. Again, we've got some punch outs, so tokens. This will be the contractors. I can see a bit behind the reference sheet there. I can see the outline of a character board behind that. So again, we're not going to go into that right now. We've got a floating standee peg, some silica gel. Let's see, what comes out first? That one? Does that entire thing come out first? Okay, that's one piece. Yes, it is. Okay, nap of that a sec. I'm just going to dump that in there. Loads of cards and some polystyrene. So again, I'm not going to go through all the cards. You can see there's a hell of a lot of cards in this game. It's wild. Silica gel. I'm just going to drop that into one of those compartments. Let's go through this top tray first. So we've got... Oh, they've already put the rubber ring on it. So here's one of the models. I'm guessing that's one of the contractor kind of basis models. It's hard to tell. Oh, hello. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Is it this one? Insider. So I'm got a thing for that. That might be a general one use for all kind of model for all the characters to play as contractors. This is from the Insider expansion, so that is the Insider model. I'm just talking to myself a second. I tend to do that a lot. Next up, we've got the Player 1 marker, which is a space platypus. Leanne's laughing. Oh, and she lost her glasses. Didn't expect one of these to be in here. I've forgotten about that. So that's the space platypus, so marking the number, the Player 1. And then we've got a dice. Put it flat as face down. This is Space Cat dice. We do have a couple of these with a different campaign. This is including the core box. I think it's just a standard dice as opposed to anything that's weighted towards favorably or unfavorably like the other two that we do have. It's kind of nice and really nicely sculpted. See the cat's face on it quite well. So we've got, I'm pretty sure these are, let's try to get out, cultists from the Neo-Flesh cult. I'm just going to start with these. There's two different sculpts of these just while I've got this tray open here. And then the second model. It's very similar, but I assure you it's not. The limbs are kind of sticking out a lot more on the left-hand side than the right-hand side. So it's definitely a different pose. It looks very similar, but it is different. This one looks like it's got a metallic leg as well, as the other one didn't actually have legs on the other one, I think. This is like the Neo Flesh, kind of upgrading your flesh to electronic or android-y components, I guess. Okay, then we've got, oh god, here we go. Those slashers. These are slashers. What's this silica gel? Dump it in there a minute. This one is a fire spitter. Read all my work cut out for me with this game, tell you what. Most unboxings, you just pull them out one by one out of the tray. This one, you've got to open baggies and figure out what it is that way. Is that a... Let's see. Okay. This one is a crawl mine. Tiny ones again. So this one, I believe, is a twitchling. That is ridiculously tiny. The size of that thing. I'd say that's probably smaller than the larvae from the core game. There's another pose for one of those coming up, so if I can get into it. Second pose for the twitchlings. These are tiny. I'm gonna get bad eyes painting these. And then we've got the ironclad. Trying to put them all front facing first, and it's hard to make out on that one. Nice little, I say little, it's this chunky shield at the front, which is cool. And then we've got the mother brain. Fairly chunky boy, not as heavy as the Sangrivor. Oh my god, I can't speak. The king from that one, but it's still fairly chunky. Well detailed as well, you can see. Turn around, very well detailed. Fantastic. I love this kind of stuff. Cyberpunky, kind of dark and stuff like that. I love it. Cool. So once again, I'm gonna do the packing away and fast forward a bit, so bear with us a sec. Okay, now we've got acrylic tokens. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'll be unboxing all of these on camera because they will literally just be tokens in an acrylic form. Let's open the core box and see what we've got. Leanne's fiddling with the playmat. She keeps dropping it, so excuse any loud bangs. Ooh, they're fairly weighty. Ooh. Okay. Is there talent? Yes, there is. Okay, I'm going to hand this off to get Leanne to open that. If I just pick out... Let's go for one that stands out a bit more. Let's go for the green. Actually, the yellow stands out quite a lot. I don't know what these tokens are yet. Instead of the card ones, because obviously card is quite... It's not going to be as firm to after so many games. It's going to wear down. So these are the plastic versions of the tokens that are card. These look like the ones that go into the player boards. So we've got the yellow, got some with green, a different icon on that one. Looks like a health box. This is an ammo one. It's got different variation of the ammo amounts on that one. There's these funky looking blue ones. I don't know what these are. Hopefully you're picking that up quite well on the... Let's see what it looks like on here. I can't really see the detail on it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. If it comes around, you might get to see the bit of the detail there. But it's quite a nice blue. You can, yeah, there you go. You can see the detail there. It's quite nice. Again, no idea what this token is. And then we've got the purple ones, which look like a grenade. So there's that tokens there. Then we've got, this is one of the tokens. And it looks like it's not paper printed onto the token. It looks like it's literally printed directly onto the plastic. So I can't feel a ridge or a lip. This is for the intruder bag. So that looks like the queen. Yeah, it's definitely a queen. So we're not going to go through all of those because they're just going to be the tokens, as I say from earlier. It's that we've got 2 whole reams of those. As such, then we're not going to unbox the other 2 because we all know that it's just going to be the tokens. They'll look like that on the back. Hopefully, it's not blinding too much. We've got the Sangravore, the Zirian, and the Trace tokens in this box, in the smaller one. And then we've got body tokens, 36 Neo Flesh, and intruder tokens in the larger one there, the stretch goals. So yeah, because they're just tokens, we're not going to go and unbox them all and show them all because that would just make for a really, really long video. So we're going to kick straight into the next bits then, which is going to be the terrain pack. This highly detailed pack brings new intricate models to your game. Dive deeper into the game's immersive world, crafting an unparalleled atmosphere as you navigate the alien-infested facility. This box adds no extra gameplay value. So this is very much a quality of life kind of expansion. It's included in the all-in, so we're going to get by default, but even if it wasn't, we would have picked it up anyway because we do love that immersive kind of, that's really suctioning in, effect to the terrain packs and whatnot. So again, the artwork on this one's quite dark, so I'm not going to spend any time sort of looking at that. We've got this sheet, I'll turn that around, got the sheet here showing what's what on both layers, so there's 2 layers in this one. Silica gel. Okay, so we've go. Aha! Okay, here's a door, here's a broken door, here's a door. It's got a good chunk of those. They feel quite loose in the sense, and I mean, I don't mean that as a bad thing, but actually feels like it's a good thing. Some games can be a little bit too tight, and it makes them awkward, especially when you've got opening doors. You want them quite slight to be able to move them, and if you're painting them, you've definitely got enough space to be able to paint and not impact on it. So that's the door. We've got, to me, this looks like an engine. Yeah, that's all I got on that one. It's this tiny thing. Thanks. So again, with the really, really tiny ones, they've really outdone themselves with the tiny ones this time around. These kind of look like they might be eggs. Oops. Of some sort. And we've got 3 of those engines, by the way. There's a bunch of the egg things in a little baggie. Feels like they've kind of really gone full out on the tiny ones, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Just wish there was a better storage solution. Okay. Nothing. This looks like some sort of flying contraption. Literally doesn't tell me anything about what's in this box, which is helpful. Oh wow. Slot on, does it? I don't know. Okay, so there's that one. This one looks like a turret of sorts, but it looks like it's almost a gap, as if it's meant to slot onto something or something. I'm not entirely certain. Nope. I meant to pull the thing off, and I pulled the entire tray off. It's nice, quite a large cannon there. This, I have no idea. Looks like some sort of cargo thing. Are these put to slot or something? Because they've got the kind of a this kind of same thing on the bottom of both of these. If I pull this up, show it with the camera there. The bottom of these is very similar. So it looks like it's molded as if it's meant to slot onto something. So I get the feeling there's something in here. Possibly. That's the same. That's not. That's not. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Leave the next one anyway. It's gonna fall, probably. How am I going to do this? Oh, good grief. Okay. What is that? Is it? No, it doesn't slot into that. Oops, and again, there's another one, which is going to be the same. Looks like some sort of gun placement, a turret. This next one has a room along the middle section. I'm going to do some investigation for this one. Maybe some sort of radar tech or something. They all have that same kind of molded bit at the bottom, same as the front. There's that. Okay. Okay, Leanne's just found something that it could be something to do with the robot from the core box. I think this is a corpse. Looks like the dead chap, the exoskeleton chap has just kind of cocked it. I think Leanne's going to dig into the core box. There may be some background rustling. Just bear with us a sec. I've got another corpse. This one's slumped across the screen. Looks like the person's been killed. Has been trying to access a terminal of some sort. And we've got another body, kind of bumped up against something. Oh. Huh. Okay. Cool. We know what the things are. I'll show you the combined thing in a second.
Oh,
One of them at least. And we've got another.
I didn't see it stop charging, but it's on 1%. So the camera switched off.
Christ. Get your phone. Get your old one. Hopefully the battery's charged on that one. And then the last of the corpses here. And then we've got this robot thing from the core box. This one from the current box that we're looking at, which is a bit blurry, I'm trying to get that. And this just kind of sits on top. So it kind of makes a robot construct. I'm going to let that turn a minute because we're having some technical difficulties. So bear with me a sec. I'll pack this box back up. We'll reset and we'll be back in a minute. Pack this box back. Okay, so technical difficulties over, hopefully, fingers crossed. Straight onto the next box then. Nemesis Retaliation Alternative Queen. This is quite weighty. This should literally just be a model. There shouldn't be anything else, no tokens, no cards. This should literally be, oh, sorry, I lied, silica gel. There is a, oh, okay, so there is the standee version of the Queen as well, with the standee bit, obviously. We don't want that. We want the model. That's, oh my god. Wow, okay. That's grotesque, but beautiful at the same time. Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. And I like the fact that they've done this. They're not pushing you into, this is male, this is female. You can pick whichever one you want to use. And I think that's a fantastic way of doing things. And they've done it for both the other Nemesis games as well, which is always great. And they always include them in the all-in packs which we get. So let's crack into the next one then. So this is going to be the new Kings and Queens variant set. I think this is going to be for the Sangrivores, the Prime Bloods, and the Neo Flesh cult. So, oh my god, what's with this cellophane? Ah! Okay. So again, some really nice, striking, dark red art. Kind of reminds me of Stranger Things a little bit. Let's pop the top on that one. Probably going to find... Is there no stands on this one? That's weird. Okay. So we've got the... First up, we've got the Sangrovor's Queen. Wow. Is that right? No. Hang on. That's the wrong one. That one. This is the Sangrovor Queen. Whoa. Oh my god. Look at that. I still know what some of these, not gonna lie. This one is the Prime Blood's King. The detailing is incredible, I love it. And then, last but not least, being a bit playing favourites here, Neo Flesh Cult King. That thing is huge. That thing looks super menacing. I would not want to meet that in a dark corridor, or anywhere else, to be honest. With the little saw blade on its appendage, I don't know what to call it. That's quite chunky. It's not a massive weight to that one, but it does feel quite hefty in your hand. So that's the new kings and queens. Next we're going to dig into the space cats, unless Leanne wants to do the space cats.
You carry on. You're doing a great job.
Am I?
Yeah.
We'll let our viewers decide that. Tell me in the comments down below, am I doing a great job?
Any no's will be deleted.
Oh! Whoa! Okay, so we've got some cards in here as always, so they always seem to find the... they go a little bit above and beyond. They put the artwork of the cats on that one, which is really cool. So these are literally just to have a bit of variety with the player one tokens. So these are 4 different cats from the different races. So I think that was probably the Neo Flash cult. As it spins around, they might be able to tell. Yeah, it looks like that's from the Neo Flash cult. Just a little helmet on it. It's kind of cute in a deadly kind of way. This is probably Sangrovor. Still trying to get used to what race looks like what, which is tricky. What's that one? Yeah, I've no idea. We've got this chunky boy, this massive thing he's kind of resting against. That could be Neo Flash Cult, but I'm pretty sure the other one is because of the helmet. I don't know. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely certain. And at least I'm being honest about it. As I said, all the things will have proper labels attached to them. And this is the last one, and check out the little ball of yarn. That's so cute. That's adorable. His spindly, spiky bone limbs and his little ball of yarn. It's so cute. He looks like a unicorn with his little horn as well. That's what Rags wishes he looks like. So those are the space cats. I'm not entirely certain what's next, so bear with us. We'll probably do a little fast forward bit here. Okay, as we alluded to earlier when I did the bulk of this, so this is the highly detailed pack for the original Nemesis. It brings fresh, intricate models to your gaming table. Dive deeper into the game's immersive world with well-known objects like the engines and coordination screen. Coordination? Coordinates? Shouldn't that be coordinates? Actually says coordination on here. That's weird. The pack also includes special intruder bases, making counting their wounds easier than ever. And it literally says Nemesis core box is needed to play this expansion or Nemesis Lockdown. So this isn't for use with Retaliation. It's only for the first 2 variations of the game. This is something that people have been begging for ages to make the quality of life a little bit better on those 2 games. Oh, there's no artwork on the inside. That's odd. Okay. It's quite a chunky box too. So, this will be the coordinates. And all that's got a really good size to that. That is hefty as hell. So you can, I don't know if you can really see the slot. You just slide the card in when you've got the coordinates. You know where you're going to when you're checking the coordinates in the bridge and whatnot. in the first 2 games. Then we've got the engine, or one of the engines. Is there 2 different ones? Yeah, looks like there's 2 different ones. Oh, what? Oh, what's that? Huh? Oh! Okay. I'm not gonna be able to show this on the camera, so it's this is. Let me grab the engine back there. Hang on. So this kind of sits on there like so. But you put the engine card into there, and then you clip it up like so, and it becomes one whole engine piece, which is really cool. There is another one. Oh, it is slightly different. It's reversed, yeah. So it's the same engine, just reversed. So we've got 3 different engines, 2 different engines technically. This is the other engine, the one, the bigger variation. And again, that's got a thing on the base which you put the card into, which is really cool. I was not expecting that. I thought it would just go over the top of the card, then you would lift it, but this is a much better way of doing it. So again, there's the base there. Here's the engine, which you've just seen on the rotation, and you just slot that in there. So you'll be able to see the status of the engine by picking up this entire thing like that. Instead of going, boom, flip the card over, you can literally just pick up the entire thing, which is really cool. I wasn't expecting that. Whoops. Then we've got computer panels. This will probably be for the rooms that has technical abilities. So some rooms do, some rooms don't. So I guess you put this in that room, particular room, silica gel, to kind of show that there's a computer in that room for a functioning action, I guess. So again, it's really cool. There's going to be really nice quality of life on there. There's quite a lot of these. I'm not entirely certain what that is. I don't know if that's going to pick up quite well enough on the base. No, it's not really. I'm not entirely certain what that is. Let's look into the book on that one, unless Leanne can figure out what that is in the interim. If you look through the contracts pack on the Game Farm page, let's see what it says about that if we can. If not, I'll put a little blurb somewhere about what it is at this point. Then we've got these bases here. So you would pop the model there, and then these are for the health cubes, which is really cool. Again, just quality of life. It makes it much easier to read how much health is left. There's a little bit of detailing on the cards, a little slot there as well. There's a little slot just in the front there for something. Again, there's no rulebook of this, which is a bit of a, not disappointment, but it's surprising. I mean, that's helpful, isn't it? Why would you include that when it's pretty much obvious? So what we got, Leanne? The technical corridors. Oh, okay. So that's for the technical corridors. Yeah, I can see it now. Yep. Cool, okay. And yeah, so we got the varying different sizes of these bases for the different creatures that you meet in the game. That's pretty much it for this one. So again, we're going to do a little fast-forward-y bit. So, next one we've got is the Support Squad expansion. The Support Squad expansion allows you to play as 2 completely new and exciting characters in Nemesis Retaliation. Whoa! Tokens. Yep, cool. Recommend not using the UAV operator during your first game. It's more complex. It doesn't say what the other character is, so that's helpful. Oh, there you go, Sharpshooter. So we've got, as I say, on character boards, because we haven't seen any other prop ones yet. So we've got the Sharpshooter and the UAV operator from this one. It's got some really nice detail artwork there, which slots into the board. We've got the standees for each as well. So the yellow is insinuative of the UAV operator. This is obviously the UAV, and this is the operator. And that's the Sharpshooter there, and the kind of teal kind of colour there. And the back is quite blank. Obviously, you don't need much from that. So this is, if you get the core game without the standees, you're going to get a lot of these, the models rather. You get the standees instead of the models. Obviously, we like our models, so we've gone for those. More cards, as expected. So we've got the UAV operator character items. We've got the character draft cards, and the action cards there. We've got 2 new. Why is one in the bag and one isn't? That makes no sense. Okay, that's odd. Rubber rings to put on the bases of the characters. So if I just grab one, I think you saw it earlier on one, but you can just kind of see, just slip straight onto there. Then we're going to put the Sharpshooter onto the rotation for you to see. I'll put this in this bag, but it should be. Okay. So it's quite a nice sort of hunkered down, ready, prone position. Not prone. Ready to take a shot, basically. There's a lot of detail on the cloak as well, which is quite nice. This is the UAV operator. What I'm going to do once he's fully turned around, I'm just going to pop the UAV next to him. I'm going to show you how it looks side by side. There is detail on the UAV, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's anything particularly, oh my god, that's amazing. So I just kind of want to make sure they're just kind of side by side because it's quite symmetrical. Makes sense to put them side by side there. So I think that's the last of the models. So I'm going to pop this away and then we're going to skip to the next one. So bear with us a sec. Okay, the next thing we're going to unbox is... Wow, I got the wrong bit. Okay, so I have to see how this works on the camera. So we've got two sides to the mat. I'm pretty sure the last mats were a lot longer, so it's a lot more square in shape. It's got a weird funky ass smell to it, not gonna lie. So you can see where the rooms go in this kind of hex kind of shape, and then these are the corridor connecting corridors. So it all kind of links in. A lot of people are upset with how this looked, because it wasn't how it originally was meant to look. I have no problem with this. I think it looks quite nice. It stands out quite easily. And then on the other side, looks like you just have the basis to start off with and you just build outwards. So it's dependent on sort of how you want to play it. I don't know if this is a harder version of the map with those. Are they on the other side? There, yeah. So that's a direct copy of that. So it depends how you want to play it, really. I mean, people were complaining about it, in my mind, for no need, really, but that's my opinion. It's got the nice stitching on the edge to stop it from fraying, as always, quite nice. It's not particularly thick, which probably makes it a bit more manageable. I think some of the ones we've had previously have been quite thick, which are a bit more cumbersome and a bit more difficult. Unfortunately, it has kind of bulked there, so you might need to lay it out flat for a bit and let it sort of rest. But yeah, I love a good neoprene mat, and this kind of looks like the old CRTs almost, with the lines going across it, very alien with the screen with mother and whatnot. So that's really cool. So I'm going to roll this back up, and then we'll skip to the next box. So bear with us a minute. Okay, so that mystery baggie full of cards. These are promo cards. There was achievements. There's blood test. Dan did mention them. Again, we're not going to show all the cards on there. There was one was the tunnels and feet cards. FE18 or FEET. That'd be weird. So yeah, that's something that's a bit more longevity to the game, a bit more variation to it, which is really cool. I think she's looking up the...
You got them all?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so that's those. At some point, as I say, we're hoping to play some games on camera and record it, so we'll see more about those down the line. And then we're going to go for the last two bits. First one is the art book. Oh god, how do I get into this without slicing something in it accidentally? There's a seam there. I think the problem is they've used such thick cellophane on this one. It's really difficult to get into. Okay, I managed to make a little nick. And come on. Okay. 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 That's much trouble as well. So, Nemesis Retaliation art book. I'm going to have a flick through this, because it is obviously copyrighted artwork. I don't want to be sort of giving away loads of stuff for free on channel that shouldn't be. Hopefully it's not glaring too much. There's very glossy pages. Wow, that's incredible. So again, just a little flick through. Oh, this is incredible. I think some of this artwork is available on the GameFound page if you look for the updates, if you look deep enough. And possibly... Look at the little cat. Oh my god, they're cute. They're so cute. Platypus. So that's oh, okay. Dedicated to the memory of Lukasz Orvat, the best of us. May we meet again. So I'm guessing that was someone who worked at Awaken Realms and unfortunately passed away. It's nice they put that dedication there. Not a lot of people are going to see it, but it's still the thought that they've done it. They've taken the cost to put that in there, and I think that's really nice. So it's quite a nice art book. The only downside of the art books for me, Nemesis Retaliation like that, you'd have that go in the opposite direction. In my mind, you had Nemesis coming down this way, but it's a small thing. Just my nitpickiness, I guess. And then lastly, we've got this Untold Stories pack. Errata, okay. Before playing Untold Stories 4 comic book, please replace card C5 in the box with the attached. Okay, so they've noticed whilst they're making it that there's a problem in one of the cards, or on one of the cards. They've already printed and included the fixed card. That's genius. That's really good. We apologize for the inconvenience and wish you good luck in your Retaliation plays. That's customer service done right there. They clocked it, they fixed it before anyone even knew about it. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Fair play to Awaken Realms. So again, this is the story pack, story deck. I'm not gonna go through all of that because again, that's spoilers, and B, you're not here to see loads of cards. But that's the deck itself. It's quite chunky. Then we've got, oh look, some rooms. So comms room, safe room, some standees, and then some letters, which obviously insinuate different things for the game itself. I know there was concern that some people had about the interconnecting of this and breaking quite easy, but the card feels quite thick. Just have to be careful. So the tokens, and then we've got some campaign sheets, so for tracking your campaign, and then the book itself. So again, some really beautiful artwork on the front, kind of wraps around to the back. Warning, this product is not a toy. Really, it's a book, of course it's not a toy. And then obviously we've got the straight in, got the setup, that's on the inside cover as well. And then part of the artwork and the comic book nature of it, which tells the story, tells you then which rooms to place in and what you're doing next and whatnot. So it's a really innovative way of doing it, and this one makes it difficult to record the untold stories for video, because we'd have to scan or photograph all of this and kind of mix it in. And is it copyrighted? Is it not copyrighted? It's a bit of a legal grey area there, I think. And then the mission ends and whatnot. So yeah, that's a lot of new stories that we're going to get to play on that, which is really cool. So I'm just going to pop this away and then we're going to wrap this up for you guys. Okay, thanks for watching. This has been the full unboxing of the Retaliation. I can't even remember what the actual one went for. What was the all-in, whatever it was called? I think Leanne's going to find that in a sec. It will be in the title of this video anyway, but we went for the all-in thing, all the bells and whistles, everything that was included. There was a lot to unbox. It has been a long video. It's probably going to be well over an hour. The veteran pledge. So yeah, that's right, because they're the veteran, they had the all-in, all this kind of stuff. We didn't go all in because we already have Nemesis and Nemesis Lockdown, so this is the veteran pledge. So we hope you enjoyed. I know this was a bit trickier because of the way things were done, because of the way that some of the models are in baggies. Bit concerning in that sense of the storage fact, and then made it quite difficult to unbox it. But we got there. Took a bit of time, but we got there. You stuck with us, and we thank you for that. So as such, don't forget, hit that like button. You clearly stuck here to the end. You clearly like the content. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well, and the notification bell to get notifications to when we put new videos up. We are going to try to get some Nemesis recordings done. Fingers crossed. Wish us luck. And the more of you that like this video means that you want to see more of this content. You want to see more Nemesis, hit the like button. Let us know in the comments down below what you want to see. You want to see Nemesis, Lockdown, Retaliation? Let us know. We don't know what you want to see until you tell us. Also, in terms of that, instead, if you're not want to look at the comments down below, we are on social media. Our link tree is in the description of this video. It'll take you to Facebook, it'll take you to Instagram, and it'll take you to X or Twitter, depending on how you want to sort of call it. All that stuff there, it's all on the screen right now as I'm saying this. Hit us up on those, let us know what you want to see, because this channel is made for you guys. Sometimes while with the recordings, they do take some time to edit. This isn't our day job, this is done for fun, this is a hobby of ours. We do have full-time jobs, so sometimes it can be time in between getting videos out, so please bear with us with that. I know some people have been asking for Stalker playthroughs, some people asking for Horizon. It's difficult to try and manage everything and manage expectations. We just want to say that this is a side thing, this isn't something we get paid for, we don't have sponsorships, we are literally doing this for our own entertainment, for your entertainment. we have full-time jobs, so it can be quite difficult to get videos out in a timely manner. So please just bear with us on that aspect. That being said, we are grateful for everyone of you watching our videos, whether it's the wrestling content, the board game content, the video content, or just looking for unboxings in general. Maybe you're an unboxing fiend. That's fine with us, because we are looking to do more unboxing as they arrive at our door. So keep an eye out for that as well, and that's a good reason to hit that subscribe button and bell. So that being said, if you're getting this, we hope you get it in good time, and we hope that everything is fine. We hope you get lots of games in on both this and anything else that you're playing at the same time as well. And until the next unboxing or gameplay, we'll see you in the next one.